Hey you guys, Yulia here. So it's been raining for 4 days straight, but it's finally cleared out and it's like the most beautiful day. There's not a cloud in the sky, the temperature is perfect. So I came out to assess the damage because not only was it raining, it was actually really windy and cold, and a lot of my amaranth plants and tons of other plants are actually broken down on the ground. So I decided to collect all of the amaranth plants and dry them for my Christmas decor, which I did a couple of years ago. It was actually so beautiful. So I'm going to do that today. I'm also really tempted to cut down the dahlias, but I know they're still soaking up the sun through those leaves and getting those tubers ready for storage. So I'm going to leave them for now for probably another 2 to 3 weeks until our first frost, and then I'm going to get them ready into storage. Now, I don't know if you could see this like orange red glow on my face. I have to show you why, because it's actually really pretty. Okay, isn't this like the most beautiful fall color ever? So this is a street tree that we have across the street. This is a sugar maple. And if you have the space, you guys, on your property, in your garden, if you love fall color, this is one of my top trees for fall color. It is on fire. It's starting to lose leaves a little bit by now, but still, oh, so pretty. Look at these beautiful tassels, you guys. Aren't they like magic? So I don't have a lot of experience drying flowers, and I'm not a florist, and I kind of do it intuitively, but what I did a couple of years ago is I just cut them down about here and just put them in a vase with a little bit of water. They soaked up a little bit of water and then they started drying. They actually keep their color pretty well. So let me just go ahead and start cutting these. Look at that. Oh, love it. It's a heart. How cute is that? All right, you guys, I filled in this vase with a little bit of water and I put in the amaranth, and I think it looks incredible. I am so happy. I will be enjoying this for the next couple of weeks until they dry. And I'm going to fill this one in with a little bit of water again, and ignore the wall. I had planters there that unfortunately didn't work out, so I'm actually going to remove all of the screws and patch up the wall and paint it. But that's a project for another day. So I have a little bit of water here, probably up to here. I'm going to put the rest of the amaranth. Okay, so the important thing here is kind of distribute the amaranth evenly so the vase does not tip over. These are super heavy, you guys. And I, of course, removed all of the lower leaves. Look at this one. I mean, they're are incredible, really. I don't know how many times I said word incredible in this video, but that's the only way I can describe this plant. Okay, I'm going to put one in the back here. All right, I think this is pretty stable here. All right, so the vases are pretty stable. That was one thing I was worried about. And I guess I could put a little rock on the bottom next time to make sure that they don't tip over. But I'm going to leave these for about 2 to 3 weeks until they dry. And I did want them to dry just like this, beautiful hanging tassels, because that's how I'm going to decorate the Christmas tree this season. So after 2 to 3 weeks, I'm just going to put them away in the storage, probably in the same vases, but they are not going to have any water in them. And there's one thing about amaranth that I want to mention. They are super messy, you guys. So the seeds fall out of these tassels. I don't know if I can get it. I shook off as many seeds as I could outside, but they will continue to shed the seeds. I don't know if you can see this. See the little black seeds there? So they will continue to drop them for the next couple of weeks. I'm gonna have to vacuum this area every day, but that's something I was prepared for. It is a small price to pay for this glorious plant. All right, so the next order of business is to dig up the caladiums. I don't know if you could see that. They actually got hit by a cold weather that we had over these past few days. So caladiums are not only not frost tolerant, they're not cold tolerant. Like anything below 40 degrees, they're already starting to look really sad. So I'm just going to take them up right now. And storing the caladiums is really simple. All you need is just a cardboard box and some newspaper. I do not clean them or wash them when I pull them out. I just dig them up, shake them from the soil a little bit. There are the corms right here, nice and firm. So the important thing is to store only the ones that are nice and firm. The ones that are mushy, I would probably just discard. All right, so here they are, and I just throw them in the cardboard box. Again, I don't wash them, I don't clean them, I let them dry naturally, just like my elephant ears. So, go through each one of them. There's another one. Okay, this one is really mushy. Like mushy and small. I'm going to discard this one. This is not going to store well. And size of the corm actually matters. The bigger they are, the better they will store. Smaller ones seem to just dry up in the winter. All right, this one is not bad. Okay, and all of these, actually most of these, are Florida Moonlight. So I'm not going to label them. So that's like the only ones that I have. So here are all of my caladiums, and I actually realized I never showed you what they looked like in the summer, in their prime. So I'm going to throw up a picture on the screen for you to see. But what I'm going to do next is place these in the basement for them to dry. So the leaves will dry, the roots and the soil will dry, and then I will come back and clean up the corms and then place them either in wrapped newspaper, or I'm considering trying vermiculite this year because newspaper was a little too dry last winter, and air in our house is so dry in the winter. I think vermiculite, I'm sorry about the plane, you guys. I think vermiculite will keep these a little bit more moist, and I will try to be diligent and misting them at least once a month in the winter. And I do store them in the basement where the temperature is about 65 degrees. And again, the humidity unfortunately is a little too low, so I'm definitely going to be staying on top of misting these all winter. All right, the last thing I'm going to do today is take cuttings of all of my coleus and overwinter them. So the way you do it is you cut your coleus right below the node, and the node is a place where the leaves appear right here. Then you remove the leaves, the 2 sets of lower leaves. So you have 2 sets of nodes, and then you place your cutting in a jar of water. These will root in about 2 weeks, and then you can plant them in a pot and treat your coleus like a house plant, and then you plant it out into landscape the following year. So I like to take at least 3 cuttings of all the types of my coleus and 1 full plant just to enjoy it over the winter, because they are so pretty, you guys. Look at this. Here is a coleus that I took cuttings off maybe about 3 weeks ago, a month. Look at all the roots. It's time to put this guy in a pot with soil. So yeah, I'm just going to walk around, take cuttings of all the tender plants that I have around here. And I hope you do the same, because some of the plants are just not cold tolerant. Like, forget about frost. They don't even like the cold, like the coleus or the caladiums. So it's definitely time for them to go inside the house. Anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for spending time with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.